calendar to do so.
Representative Patrick McHenry said last night that nothing is agreed to until everything's agreed to. Is that your understanding as well?
So what I'll say is this, and this is what I've been saying for the past couple of days. I said this when we were kind of on the other side of the world doing a press briefing for all of you in Japan, and we have said negotiations are very hard, they're very difficult. Both sides have to understand that they're not going to get everything that they want, and what we're trying to get to is a budget that is reasonable, that is bipartisan, that Democrats and Republicans in the House and the Senate will be able to vote on and agree on. So this is the process that's why we're moving in this way, to make sure that it's bipartisan but also reasonable. And so that's what you all can look forward to.
Has there been any more discussion about the 14th Amendment?
Look, the president's been very clear about this. He's spoken to this. It is just not. It is not going to deal with the problem that we're currently having at this moment, at this time. What we need to focus on is Congress acting, is Congress doing their constitutional duty and dealing with the debt limit. The Treasury Department has laid that out. They put out an X date. That's something that I would refer to them as far as what does that look like and the specific and any information. What I can tell you is what we're going to continue to do here every day. Our team, our negotiating team, is going to, on a daily basis, multiple times a day, have that meeting and conversation and discussion with the negotiators on the Hill to get to a budget deal, a bipartisan deal that is reasonable, so that the House and the Senate, Democrats and Republicans in both chambers, can vote on and deal with. So that's our promise. That's what we're going to deal with. As far as what's going to happen and the specifics, that's something that the Treasury should deal with and speak to.
I understand that, and obviously the date could potentially move slightly based on the Treasury's estimates. But for the markets that are watching, for Americans who are waiting for their Social Security checks, for their veterans benefits, who are waiting to see what's going to happen, can you provide them a sense of how much cushion you have? How many days before that X date do you actually need a deal?
That is, again, for the Treasury Department to speak to.
For them to determine the date, but for how many days it needs to get legislation?
Any contingency, anything that's related to that is for the Treasury Department to speak to. What I can speak to is this budget negotiation, and what we have been doing, what we have been calling on Congress to do for the past 5 months is to act. And so we're going to continue to have those conversations. We believe they've been productive. We believe there is a space and an opportunity here to have a bipartisan, reasonable budget agreement that, again, the House and the Senate can vote on, and that we can get the business of the American people done.
Oh, wait, what, friends? Top 10 lawmakers in both the House of Representatives and Senate are urging that Congress approve a new plan that would provide direct relief to Social Security beneficiaries and also fund the program. Lawmakers are looking at an increase worth as much as $200 a month. But friends, your benefit amount will be adjusted based on your income. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the new details. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway of $75. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Earlier today, House Democrats had slammed Republicans for putting Social Security benefits at risk amid an ongoing federal debt ceiling stalemate, while also re-upping a plan that aims to tackle Social Security's looming funding shortfall. Democratic Representative John Larson said at the event today, this tactic of holding the economy hostage hurts seniors the most. Representative Larson is reinstating his push for the Social Security 2100 Act. The bill calls for making Social Security benefits more generous by increasing taxes on the wealthy. John Larson was joined at the event by other House Democrats who also decried the debt ceiling negotiation process for putting Social Security benefit checks at risk. The debt ceiling is a limit that the federal government can borrow to pay its bills. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned that the U.S. could default on its debt as soon as June 1st. Without a deal to either raise or eliminate the debt ceiling, Janet Yellen stated this past Sunday that the country will face hard choices as to which bills will go unpaid. Many experts have warned that Social Security and other federal programs may not be able to make payments to beneficiaries on time. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called it a dangerous default gamemanship that could put benefits for millions of retirees across the nation at risk. So in order to prevent a Social Security funding shortfall, congressional Democrats and Republicans must agree on a solution. The latest projections from the Social Security Board of Trustees show the trust fund used to pay retirees, as well as their family and survivors, will be depleted 10 years from now. At that point, only 77% of those benefits will be payable. When combined with the trust fund used to pay disability benefits, the funds are projected to be depleted in the year 2034, when only 80% of benefits would then be payable. The Social Security 2100 Act that was introduced in the last Congress had broad support among House Democrats. The latest version of the bill will be sponsored by Democratic Senators Richard Blumenthal and Chris Van Hollen. Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren have also reintroduced their own Social Security proposal earlier this year, which aims to increase benefits while extending the program's solvency through taxes on the wealthy. To date, Republican lawmakers have not proposed legislation to address Social Security's funding woes. Senator Bill Cassidy recently said he is working on a bipartisan big idea to address the program's 75-year shortfall. The Social Security 2100 Act aims to extend the program's solvency, though estimates are not yet available for how long it could prolong the program's funding. The last version of the bill was expected to extend the program to the year 2038. In contrast, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren's plan would extend the solvency through the year 2096. And a key difference between the two plans is how they affect higher taxes. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren's plan calls for reapplying Social Security payroll taxes for incomes of more than $250,000 a year. In contrast, Social Security 2100 Act would apply those taxes to earnings of more than $400,000, in keeping with President Biden's promise not to raise taxes for households with annual incomes below that threshold. This year, the maximum earnings subject to Social Security payroll taxes is $160,200. Social Security 2100 also calls for adding an additional 12.4% net investment income tax for taxpayers making more than $400,000 a year. In addition, the bill would introduce a host of expansions to benefits. It also seeks to make benefits more generous for elderly beneficiaries who have been receiving benefits for 15 years or more, as well as low-income seniors and widows and widowers from two-income households. It would also increase access to benefits for children who live with grandparents or other relatives, as well as restore student benefits up to age 26 for children of beneficiaries. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you agree that benefits should be expanded for Social Security recipients? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my greatest and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you so very, very much for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, dear friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you so much, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.